Hey everybody, good morning. Oh, I guess it's almost good afternoon. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to give it a minute for everybody to jump on. If you're catching this on the replay, hold on tight. So today I am going to talk and share with you 8 new BelleTress wigs that I have for you. I have not shown you, I don't think I've shown you any of these new styles. So I want to share those with you guys today. When you jump on, say hello. Where are you guys watching from today? I hope you're doing well. For those of you guys that caught my stories, yes, I am wearing the same shirt as I wore last night to my son's birthday party. You know what? It was just easy. It was just easy. So I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Hey, Natalie. Hey, how's it going? Hola to you too. Hey, Susan from Guelph, my friend from Guelph. Hey, Angela from Toronto. Donnie from Kansas. Patty Michael from Calgary. Hey, Calgary. Anna from Montreal. Laura from Florida. Debbie from Florida. Bye, Betty, 46 from Northville. Hey, from Omaha. Good to see you guys. From Sweden, from Turkey, from Colorado. Hey, Becky from Colorado. It's so great to see you guys. So I have 8 brand new BelleTress styles to share with you guys today. If you had caught my stories, I asked you guys what you wanted to see today. I have a pile of BelleTress wigs, brand new ones, to show you new styles. I also had a pile of Raquel Welch wigs. They are not new styles, but they're some of my favorites. So I asked you which pile did you want to take a look at? And it was almost split down the middle, okay? With a slight favor to the BelleTress styles. So, hey from Michigan, hey from Mexico, hey from Liverpool. You guys all over the place today. Okay, I'm super excited to share these ones with you. So 8 brand new BelleTress styles. They're all from their Luxe collection. So if you're unfamiliar with BelleTress, I started wearing BelleTress at the very beginning of my wig journey. At that time, they only had one collection. It was called the City Collection. I love the wigs that you have that are hazelnut color because that's the color I wear. So all of these wigs that I'm going to show you today come in a wide range of shades, okay? So I'm showing them in a particular color, but they come in tons of colors. And if you want any of the links for the products that I'm gonna share with you guys today, just drop the word link or links in the comments and I'll send those over to you along with my discount code. But there are 3 things that I wanted to share with you guys before we get started. So go ahead, drop link in the comments if you guys are interested. I can send you over the direct links for everything that I'm talking about today. Okay, 3 things, all right? Number 1, for my wig friends, I've got some really great news. So you know the hair grip that I use to secure my wigs. I don't use tape, I don't use adhesive. My normal discount code for you is 20% off. But there's 25% off with my code RealWigFun25 until the end of the day on the 5th. So if you drop the word link in the comments, I'll send over the direct link to the hair grip that I use. I mean, I could do this. I've done this before in a reel. I wasn't planning on doing this, but hold tight. One of the biggest questions that new wig wearers have, or maybe it's concerns, is my wig gonna fall off? Is it gonna move around? Is it gonna fly off? So I hadn't planned this. Let's just see. Okay. So yes, you may need to, clean up your hair a little bit. The wig's not going anywhere. So that's what I use to secure my wigs. I do have some of these hairs that are in my face right now as a result of looking crazy. But okay, so that's number 1. Okay, wanted to share that with you. Number 2, I have been getting so many questions from you guys. You know my watch bands? So let me back up. I think I got my first one, which I have here. I brought with me. I have about 5 of them, okay? And I absolutely love them. This is the very first one that I ever got, okay? They're from a company called Sparkle Bands, and basically they believe in sustainability, so they upcycle vintage bags, designer bags. Like this one is Gucci as an example. This one is an example. This one is not upcycled. So they have a wide range of price points. This one is one of my faves. It's Louis Vuitton. So what I love about this company is, number one, it's owned and run by women. Okay, number one. Number two, I love their mission of taking products that would otherwise be finding their way into the landfill and upcycling them into beautiful, beautiful products. So, which one haven't I showed you? And then there's these ones. Most of mine are like the snap closure, but if you prefer the buckle closure, you can get that as well. So if you drop the word link or links, I've included the link to sparkle bands as well as my discount code. I get asked about these daily, and I don't think that I talk about them enough. So I wanted to mention that today for you guys. And then before we jump in to the wigs that I'm showing you, all of these wigs are from my friends at wigsbypattiespearls.com. You guys know I talk about this ad nauseum. It is so important that you find a reputable, approved retailer that you're shopping with. There's tons of scammers out there. You may even see on scam sites pictures of me. And it's not because I'm endorsing them. It's not because I'm working with them. It's because they've stolen my image. Okay? I do my best to report them. You guys are amazing, and you send me notes because sometimes they block me, so I can't see that they're using my images. My point is, don't be fooled. I never want you to be, your hard-earned money being taken advantage of. The number one kind of red flag is when you see me wearing a wig that they're advertising for like $39.99 or $49.99. Like, that's bull bleep, right? You're not getting the wig that I am wearing in their images, right? Because they've stolen those images. Anyways, with all of that to say, I recommend wigsbypattiespearls.com. They have been in business for years. They carry a wide range of really great quality wigs. You can always use my discount code ERYNN, ERYNN 30 to save yourself 30% off. But what I wanted to make sure that you guys were aware of is, as a company, Wigs by Patties Pearls prides themselves on quality, on service, and all the things. But they also understand that, listen, as consumers, we all love a really good deal. So I wanted to make sure that you guys know that Wigs by Patties Pearls does have a price guarantee. So if you drop the word link or links in the comments, I'm going to send you more details on their price match guarantee for you. Okay, so those are the things, those are the housekeeping things I wanted to share with you guys. And if you have any questions as we go along, drop them in the comments. I will absolutely do my best to address those, okay? All right, wig number one is the one that I have on my head. You may have seen me wearing it last week in a reel that I had done. This is BelleTress's Fontaine in the color Burnt Biscuit Blonde, and I freaking love it. It is so beautiful. Now, keep in mind all of these pieces that I'm going to show you today. Yep, Mary, you got it. The links are on their way to you. Thank you for everybody that's dropping the word link. The information for everything today will be in your inbox, okay? I absolutely love their Luxe collection, and let me show you why the Luxe collection has a higher price point. And if you're new to wearing wigs, it could be confusing, right? Like, why is one wig $300 and another wig is $500? Like, why? Why is that? Number one is fiber. Is it human hair? Is it synthetic fiber? Is it synthetic HD fiber? Another component to price would be quality, certainly. Number three, and largely in part due to cap construction features. So you often hear me refer to this Luxe collection as having all the bells and whistles. So let me draw you an analogy. You know, when you go car shopping and you're looking at, well, let's just pick a really nice car. Okay, let's pick an Escalade. And you can buy the fully loaded Escalade, right? With all of the features and all of the benefits and all the things, right? Or you could buy the base Escalade. I'll just take the base. Just an FYI, if anybody wanted to gift me an Escalade. But I think you know what I'm talking about. So this Luxe collection is the Escalade with all the features and all the benefits, okay? Now, when you're deciding, everybody has a price point when they're buying, or a budget, I guess I should say. Everyone has a budget. What you need to determine is what is most important to you. So back to the car analogy, what features are you most interested in? So how will that vehicle serve you? How will your wig serve you? So as far as bells and whistles on this Luxe collection, number one, it's 100% hand tied. All of the wigs that I'm showing you today, okay? So what that means is that when they manufacture a wig that's 100% hand tied, each one of these fibers is adhered to the cap by hand versus wefting. And a weft, if you think about like hair extensions, some of us are very familiar with hair extensions. If you're not yet familiar with wigs, you know how oftentimes hair extensions will come in rows? That's sort of like wefting in a wig. And wefting is machine made, and then individual wefts are placed into the cap. Unlike 100% hand-tied cap, which each of these individual fibers are adhered onto the cap. So that means for a manufacturer to produce a wig like this, it takes them more time, and therefore it's a higher price point. So then as a consumer, how do I decide, is that cap feature really important to me? Number one, if you are concerned about ensuring that you have the most natural movement in the hair fibers, 100% hand-tied cap is going to give you that. If you hate permatease, okay, 100% hand-tied cap is going to have 0 permatease, which means that 100% hand-tied cap is typically going to sit really flush to your head, which helps to make it look even more natural, okay? Other bells and whistles on the Luxe collection is a full monofilament top. So you have that parting flexibility, whether you're a left hand, right hand, or a middle hand parter. You can part it anywhere. Pardon me, let me just take a drink. You can part it anywhere within this space of that monofilament top. And then they all have this extended lace front. Can you see the lace runs not just into the ear tabs, it runs all the way around the ear tabs. So a cap feature like this is really amazing if you are somebody that likes to wear the hair away from your face, because you're getting that incredible natural hair illusion of a hairline down the center of your face. The other benefits of having a 100% hand-tied cap is if you plan on wearing your hair or your wig, pardon me, in a half up, half down, perhaps you want to style it for an event, when you pull the hair back, you're never going to see any of that wefting because the wefting doesn't exist. Okay, so basically, ladies, I hope that gives you a good explanation about the bells and whistles that are within BelleTress's Luxe collection of wigs. So again, this is Fontaine. It is a long, beautiful style, as I mentioned, 100% hand-tied cap. This is in the color Burnt Biscuit Blonde. If you don't like the very obvious, they've pulled a lot of that lighter highlight to the front. If you don't like that, there are other blondes that certainly, pardon me, you can look at. But it is a gorgeous style. I'll do a turn so that you guys can see it. Do you see how flush this is sitting to my head? Like it feels like it's hugging my head, not in a tight way, in a very comfortable way. All of these caps that I'm going to show you today are average size caps, but the Luxe collection, would they be cooler in the summer than wefted caps? You know what? So Sharon, that's a really good question. Thank you for asking. Some people say yes, and then other people say wefting has more air circulation. To be very honest with you, I find them equally the same. Where you're going to find the difference is 100% hand-tied cap versus a wefted cap that has a lot of permatease. It's that permatease that's causing sort of that feeling of heat, right? And the layer within the cap that's causing that heat. So I don't necessarily find a difference. If I'm to compare 100% hand-tied cap to one that has some wefting in it, but either no permatease or very low amount of permatease, I don't notice a difference in the heat, okay? Or the, yeah. Do I have a phone number that you can reach? You know what? You can DM me and I will reach out to you and help you out, whatever it is that you're looking for. Okay. What is the name of this? Okay. Fontaine. So VT0831. Drop the word link or links in the comments. I will be sending you a link to all of the things that I'm showing you guys today. So this is Fontaine in Burnt Biscuit Blonde. This is one of my faves out of the ones that I'm showing you guys today. I absolutely love this piece. Okay, so that is Fontaine. And the other reason why I wanted to, show you guys these today is because I've had a ton of requests for wigs with bangs, okay? So with that in mind, actually I have one here that doesn't have bangs, but let me show it to you. Okay, this is called BelleTress Spade. Let me tell you, when new styles come out from a manufacturer, it's very common for wigs to go on back order very quickly. So Spade, for example, is back ordered in many colors, but the good news is the restock is coming back July 15th. So what is that? It's like 12 days from now. So if you like Spade, comment links and I'll send you the links to everything that I've got here today. So this is BelleTress Spade. This is in the color Hazelnut Syrup. And okay, I thought when I looked at the images, I thought Spade was going to be one of my favorites. It's not in this color. And let me tell you why, okay? So do you see how stripy this color is? This color is Hazelnut Syrup. I'm not a fan of the stripiness. So I wish that I had this in a different color to show you, because I don't want you to get distracted by that, because this is a really cute wavy bob that is lightweight. It's light density, but it comes in all of the colors within the Luxe collection of wigs. So it's lightweight, it's light density. The curl pattern is really cute. Now, when you take it out of the box, it comes with a center monofilament, it comes parted in the center with that zigzag. All I've done here is I've broken that zigzag part, and then I've moved it over to the side, right? Okay, so here, let me put my collar down so that you guys can see where this is falling. For reference, my face from hairline to chin is approximately 7 inches and my neck is 3.5. I share that with you because one of the things I often hear from you guys is, Erin, it looks so much longer on me, or it looks so much shorter on me. So if your face and neck measurements are considerably longer than mine, I have a fairly small face, right? If you have a longer face or a longer neck than I do, this could absolutely look shorter on you. And then conversely, if you have a shorter face or shorter neck than me, it could look longer on you. Does that make sense? The hotel, no, these are not human hair. Thank you. I forgot to talk about that. These are all made from BelleTress's heat defiant synthetic fiber. I have long been a huge fan of BelleTress's synthetic HD fibers. They feel incredibly soft. They feel incredibly fine, like the denier of each of the individual fibers. And I do find that they perform really well. So Dot Melita, I think it is, just comment the word links and I will send you over the links of where you can shop all of these, okay, as well as a discount code. All right, so this is Spade again, and there is the back. Again, this is Hazelnut Syrup, which I like the base of the color, I do. I just am not a fan of how the color is showing up at the top. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys feel the same way? I think the style is really cute. I would probably pick it in a different color. Could you please tell me the price? So all of the pricing is going to be on the link. And the reason, guys, ladies, The reason why I don't talk about pricing is because I'm not a retailer, right? My job on Real Wig Fun is to help provide you guys with information about your wig journey, navigating your hair loss, all of those things, okay? So I'm not skirting around the question. It's just the only reason why I don't talk about price, okay? Do you send to Israel? So wigsbypattiespearls.com does ship internationally, okay? So the next one that I'm gonna show you guys today, this one is called Tori. I haven't taken her out of the box. I have no idea what she looks like. And I have Tori in the color Sun-Kissed Almond R. So this is what we're gonna see. I love showing you guys what a wig looks like straight out of the box, because one of the questions that I get all the time is, Erin, what did you do to it to make it look that way? All right, so I'm gonna leave the tag on. So let me turn it around so you guys can see. Oftentimes the tags are at the bottom like this, just like this, right? And most wigs, many wigs, not all, come with a zigzag part. So this is one that has bangs. I'm not a big bang fan, just to be honest. You know, no offense to those that are. I'm just not personally a big bang fan, but we will see what this looks like. And I'm going to show you a few tricks. Oh boy. Okay, I'm going to show you a few tricks on how to take it from this, which doesn't look good, right? This does not look good. Number one, a water bottle. I just got mine from Amazon, right? So the reason why I'm using the water is I want to break up the zigzag part, and I also want to liven up those fibers. If you think about it, this wig has been in its box on its way to me, and already this is looking way better. So all I've done is I've sprayed it with water, I've used my hands, and I'm just waking up those fibers off of the cap. I'm using my rat tail comb, and I'm just going to play around with the part and find the spot that makes sense. Okay, so do you see when I go to part this, it's wanting to move back to the center like this? Because it's heat defiant fiber, you could apply heat to redirect those fibers to get them going in the direction that you want them to go in, okay? So if I was not on here live, what I would do is I would take this section right here and I would pin it back like this, and I would hit it with my hair dryer. Hit the heat right at the base of the knots and leave it tied back. Okay, leave it tied back until it cools, and it's the cooling process that is going to help to get that hair going in the back direction versus the forward direction that it's sort of falling in. All right, so then step two is I will typically take my, I wish I didn't have the tag on here. I should have taken the tag off. I'm going to take my wide tooth comb and just gently comb through the fibers. This wave pattern is really pretty. So what do you guys think about me and bangs? I've never been a big bang girl. I do like bangs when they're side swept, and it looks like for this one that you could absolutely get it to go that way. I think that this needs a little bit of heat to encourage the bangs to go in the direction that I personally would want them. So what did I say? This is Tori, and it's in the color Sun-Kissed Almond R. I personally love this color. All right, so let's do a turn. I will show you Tori. This is for all you ladies that wanted to see some more bangs. All right, here is my left side, okay, and the back. This piece would be really pretty if you wanted to do, like it is long, but if you wanted to do an updo, right, you could do a half up. So do you see, look at the hairline. The hairline is really well done. And if I'm doing a half up, because it's 100% hand tied, you're never gonna see any wefting. That's what I was talking about earlier. So this is a really pretty style, especially if you like bangs. And if you're okay with this long length, This is cute. What do you guys think? All right, let me see what you guys think. Can you discuss longevity with HD versus regular synthetic? Okay, Flowers, I absolutely can. So with HD, all right, let me back up for a second. Primarily, there's two different types of synthetic fiber. Straight synthetic, meaning you can't apply heat. You can apply wet heat to straight synthetic, meaning like steam, but heat-defiant synthetic fiber can be heat styled just like you would your normal bio hair. You know, a curling iron, a flat iron, add waves, add waves more to this, straighten it even further. So you can heat style an HD, heat-defiant synthetic fiber wig. Number one, you always want to use a really good heat protectant. I prefer Hair You Wear's Restore because it acts as a conditioner, a daily detangler, and a heat protectant. I love sort of like the double duty of that. So you always want to apply heat protectant before you heat style your HD synthetic fiber. The other thing that I think the question was really asking was, can you discuss the longevity of between those two types of fibers? And the answer is that HD synthetic fiber needs a little bit more TLC than regular synthetic. So you may be asking, well, then why would I choose HD synthetic fiber? And the answer is because, you know, when you're making a decision, there's always pros and cons, right? And there isn't a right answer, but there could be a right answer for you, all right? For me, my preference is typically HD synthetic fiber over straight synthetic because number one, it typically is finer in denier than straight synthetic. It is also typically less likely to come to you with an excess of shine, which can be a dead giveaway that you're wearing a wig. So for those reasons, I actually prefer HD synthetic, but HD synthetic requires heat in order for it to continue feeling and looking great. And what I mean by that, for example, with this style, where you're going to start to see most of the wear, whether it's synthetic or HD, would be around the nape and areas of friction. So anywhere where this hair is rubbing on your clothes, rubbing on your shoulders. Oh, the density is good, guys. Do you see that? Sorry, I get distracted. The density is good. You can easily tuck this piece. So I would be applying heat to the areas of friction frequently. And the reason why I don't tell you one wear, two wears, three wears as an example is not to be difficult, but rather understanding that somebody wearing their wig once for 12 hours is very different wear on a wig than wearing it once for 4 hours, okay? So you need to be a bit of a guide to yourself. When you notice that things are starting to feel a little bit rough, when it's not as easy to run your fingers through the hair, that's a sign that it would be good timing to put some heat on your HD synthetic fibers. Don't let it get to the point where it's a hot mess, where it's gone beyond the point of, you know, repairing. So the other tip too would be with an HD synthetic fiber, always use a wide tooth comb just like this. Drugstore, Walmart, Target, wherever, right? Amazon. You want to start at the bottom and make your way up versus taking your comb and pulling all the way down. Here's why. You know when you're wrapping a present and you take ribbon and you take your scissors and you run the scissors over the ribbon for the purpose of getting the ribbon to do this, right? If you have tangles or knots in your fiber throughout here and you take the comb down and pull down like that, that's what you're creating. You're creating that spiraling of that ribbon. That's why you go slowly, you start at the bottom and you make your way up versus here down, okay? So I didn't know we were gonna be talking about wig care tips today, but you guys asked, which means you wanna know. So again, this is BelleTress's Tori in the color Sun-Kissed Almond R. you guys can drop the word. If you're just jumping on, we're talking about 6 brand new BelleTress styles. You can drop the word link in the comments at any time, and I will send you over a link. I will send you over a link to all of the things that I'm talking about today. All right, next one. BelleTress is Tiffany, and this is, again, from their Luxe collection. It's in Toasted Walnut R. I don't know what Tiffany looks like. We will see. Okay, now I think I remember the general style from the pictures. Okay, so I'm just taking the netting off. I'm going to leave the tags on only because, just from a timing perspective. I'm going to take the stuffing out from the inside. So here is, oh, this is a beautiful bob. So for you guys that are looking for a lightweight bob with bangs, then this might be one that you want to take a look at. So again, I've not taken it out of the box. It probably has, it has a small zigzag part in it. So I'll show you guys. The other thing that I want to share with you is, as much as I love BelleTress, when you guys go to the links for the pictures of these, oftentimes you say to me, Erin, I went to the website and I went to those pictures, and are you sure that's the same one? Because it doesn't look anything like yours. Sometimes stock photos are good, sometimes stock photos are bad. And as much as I love BelleTress, they do not do a very good job. In my humble opinion, they don't do a great job in their stock photos. And what you'll notice is most of the time, they take those photos with the wigs still in their zigzag part, which doesn't give us a good indication of how amazing their wigs are, which I wish they would not do that. So if you ever have questions, you can come back to my page, because I talk about BelleTress a lot. Oh guys, this one is good and it's really cute. So it was super easy to break that zigzag part. You can part it anywhere because of that full monofilament top. It feels like really flush, feels really flush to my head. It feels light density. You see, I could tuck it really easily. You guys are gonna love this. Tiffany, okay? Hold on, because I asked my friends at Wigs by Patty's Pearls before I jumped on about stock, knowing that, hold on, about stock. Let me see what they said. Okay, so Tiffany right now is back ordered in burnt biscuit blonde, hazelnut syrup, sun-kissed almond R, and toasted walnut. So this particular color, but the good news is they are coming back July 15th, so only like 12 days from now. So if you guys are interested in this, comment the word links. I'll send it over to you. I really like this bob with bangs. I hope you guys are happy about seeing wigs with bangs. I get asked this every day. All right, there's the back. And you guys see that okay? My right hand side. This color, Toasted Walnut R, is gorgeous. It is really pretty. What do you guys think of this one? Okay, looks real. Does your wig grip move back easily? Those types of headbands always move on me, so I wondered if that was a wider one. Shelly, okay, let me show you. So let me take off, guys, if you like a bob with bangs that's lightweight, get yourself freaking Tiffany. This is really good. I like this one, guys. It's really cute. Shelly, let me show you, I think, a tip that will help you. Sorry. Guys, I had bronchitis about a month ago, and it just has not been, my throat feels scratchy constantly. So Shelly, did you see, since I've taken off how many wigs? 4 now. It's slid back a little bit, but it shouldn't slide back in normal wear. So if you comment links, I'll send you the link to the hair grip, and because it is an extra 5% off than my normal code, because it gets you 25% off right now. She has a number of different styles of them. This is a style that I prefer. This is her lace version with the silicone on the inside. So what I find, Shelly, because you asked this question, does it slip back? I find that this silicone strip helps to keep this secure and not moving back, all right? The other thing, if you're new to the hair grip, is they put a tag on the inside letting you know where that tag should sit when you put it on, because there is a right way and a wrong way to put it on. What you want, and they make it easy with that tag when you're putting it on. Let me show you. Do you see when I run my finger, I'm gonna get up really close. Do you see when I run my finger backwards on that velour, there's that friction, right? It lifts up. If I had this in the wrong direction, I would do the same, but it would be smooth. So it's the friction of this that is keeping and securing my wig on my head. And then that silicone strip that's underneath there, that's helping this hair grip to stay where it's supposed to go. Okay, so the other question that I get a lot too for ladies that are picking these up is, well, what size should I get? Measure your head circumference, and she has on her website, you know, which size. I have a medium, I think it's a medium, which is, my head circumference is 22 inches. So I hope that helped you, Shelly. Okay. Cute, you like the blonde mix colors, yeah. I just find they look more natural because you don't see the hairline. Okay, as far as wigs with bangs, for sure. That said, what I would encourage you is if you've tried wigs without bangs, the hairline and the quality of the hairline is so important. Okay, so this one is called Bella, and let me check stock on Bella. Hold on. I should have put this Bella. Okay, Bella has good stock, guys. So Bella has bangs. It's a longer style with bangs. This one I have in, what did I say? Hazelnut syrup. Okay, was this the same color as the first one? I think it was. Okay, so this is Bella, a long, beautiful, fairly straight style with a bit of a bend to the end in the layers. It's got beautiful layers in it, and it's got those same bangs, same cap construction, right, guys? Yeah, do you see this? All right, I'm not a huge fan of this color, hazelnut syrup, but it comes in all of the colors within the Luxe collection. I just don't like the stripiness. You can see on the full monofilament top, you can see the different colors of the fibers on the inside. But what I don't love about it is when I put it on and part it, you're kind of seeing the stripy shades. I was looking, actually, this reminds me. So my husband and I got married in 2000. And I was looking back at pictures, and perhaps in 2000, that stripy look was more in because I had stripy hair at our wedding, which is not a good look. Okay, guys, come on. What is this? Bella. BelleTress is Bella. And you know why I love it? So does it have bangs? What is going on here? It has like a side swept bang. So if you want to, the lace front is really good. The lace front's really good. So the zigzag part is still in there. Again, I'm going to take my water bottle. I'm going to spray it. And take my rat tail comb. Okay, see, that's what I don't love, right? I would just pick a different color, just to be honest, all right? And there you can see when I'm playing around with the front, more of those bangs and side swept bangs are showing up, okay? All right, I love this style. So you can, here's another tip. If you want to help get the fiber off of the cap, just even take your hands and start doing this. And it helps to sort of waken up all of the fibers. Like, consider that this wig has been in its box on its way to you. Okay, and because it's got a full monofilament top, I can part it however I wish. This is beautiful. When I say this was Bella, I think I have short-term memory loss. because I keep forgetting the name of it. Okay, this is Bella. I could play around with the placement of those bangs. I could use some heat if I wanted to redirect those. But like, this is straight out of the box. Most of the time, I don't style my wigs. Most of the time, what I do is exactly what you've just seen here. If I ever style something, I'm going to tell you, because I don't want you to think, okay, it's going to look like that straight out of the box if that's not the case, right? So that's why I love showing you unboxing videos, because you can see what I've done to it, if anything, right? All right, I love this one because I think, you know, for me personally, I'm not a big bangs fan, but I do love a side swept bang, and you can get that with this piece. But if you are more of a bangs person, like these front sections that are the side swept is quite long, right? You could have these trimmed by your stylist. Unless you're a hairstylist, ladies, I don't recommend that you cut your own wigs because it doesn't grow back. So you make a mistake, you know, that kind of stinks. Okay, my left-hand side, the back. I don't know how this is looking because the tag is still attached to it, guys. But what do you guys think of Bella? I think this style is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And the tuck test, because I always tuck it to see, you know what, does it feel bulky when I tuck it? And it's not feeling too bulky when I tuck it. I love it. Okay, so that's Bella. How many more do we have? Whoo, I got 3 more to go. You guys sticking with me? You guys good? If you've just jumped on, I'm going through BelleTress's new additions to their Luxe collection. You can find all of these at wigsbypattiespearls.com. If you comment the word link, I will send you the links to all of them. All right, this is McQueen. This is, I think, a shorter bob. I think if I remember correctly. This is McQueen, and I have it in Shaken Oat Milk Blonde R. So if you love Raquel Welch's Shaded Biscuit, Shaken Oat Milk Blonde R is quite similar. It's a little bit darker, right? Maybe it's closer to Shaded Sand. I would say so. So this is McQueen, same 100% hand tie cap. So do you see the difference in that color that we looked at? Like that hazelnut syrup, we looked at the inside of that full monofilament top versus the full monofilament top on Shaken Oat Milk Blonde R. Okay, so let's pop on McQueen. While I do that, let me grab my sheet. I want to check stock. Oh, this one. You guys are going to love this. Oh, you guys are going to love this. This is a low density. It's low density. It's sitting really close to my head. It feels lightweight. Like I've done nothing. I've done nothing to this. Okay, so McQueen also has really good stock, guys, which is great. Let's break the zigzag part so that you can see what that looks like. I could part this on the right in the middle or keep it over onto the left like it's coming in. And I'm going to get my fingers in there just to get the fibers off of the cap. So I can, your best tools, ladies, is honestly your fingers and your hands, and get into that. So I can already tell the way the fibers are falling that there's a number of different ways to style this. If you've been following me for a while, I love a middle part. It's not for everybody, I get it. This is a little bit off center. Since I parted it on the left a second ago, it's kind of like fallen a little in the center. So this is McQueen in Shaken Oat Milk Blonde R. Oh, ladies, you're gonna love this. Drop the word links. You're gonna wanna get your hands on this one. What I love about it is you still have long hair without it sort of like getting all in the way, right? It's perfect for the summer. It's perfect for those of us that run hot. I get it. I'm not menopause yet. I'm pre-menopause. I don't necessarily have hot flashes. You know what really sucks is the night sweats. Those are the pits. but I digress. Anyways, so there is McQueen on the left-hand side. I could tuck this really easily. And the back. This is my right-hand side. Okay, what do you guys think? Do you like this? I just find, yeah, okay. What color? Okay. I have to have Priest 1593. You have to have bangs. Well, then you turned into the right live today. They always look like a helmet on me. Okay, so if a wig is looking like a helmet on you, that's not a good feeling. Let me collect my thoughts here. If you are new to wearing wigs, when you first put a wig on your head, there is a transition or an adjustment period, right? I want to move this over. Hold on. There is an adjustment period for sure. What will help you is choosing, like, look at that, guys. Look at how easy that was just to just change it up. There's an adjustment period of going through, you know, a wig feeling natural, normal, comfortable on your head. A couple of things that I would recommend for you. Number one, choose low density. Come back to my page. You ever have a question about a particular style and the density, just send me a note. Because unlike human hair wigs that often show a percentage of density, on synthetic, whether you're talking straight synthetic or HD synthetic, they don't often reference the density. And sometimes, even further still, density can be a little bit subjective, right? What feels dense on me may not feel dense on you, and vice versa. When you're first starting to wear wigs, it's going to feel more dense. Even the lowest density wigs are going to feel perhaps like a decent amount of hair, especially if you're somebody that A, has always had thin hair, or B, if you have complete hair loss, right? Because going from nothing or little to some is a bit of a walk, right? I would recommend taking that wig out, wearing it around the house. Try to get comfortable wearing it at home first. What I did is that next step, I did that. I wore it around my house. I got comfortable. It was actually during COVID. I was jumping on Zoom calls with my job that I used to do before. And people were kind of shocked because every day on a Zoom call, I'd show up looking different. I didn't care, but that's a personal choice. Get comfortable in your own space. And then what I did is I actually went to the grocery store. I went out in the wild, as I like to call it. But I went out in the wild where I guessed nobody that I knew, that I would see them there. So I went to a grocery store that was kind of far from my house. I did it on purpose because I just didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to see anybody because I was nervous. So what I will tell you about that experience is that I did have the cashier at checkout, and some of you may have heard this story. I had the cashier at checkout say to me, "Oh my God, I love your hair." And it was the first time that somebody ever said that to me. And my internal dialogue was like, everybody knows I'm wearing a wig. Why is she looking at me? What's going on? Oh my God, is it crooked? Is it falling off? Like, all of those thoughts will absolutely run through your head. So envision, now I'm checking out my groceries, and for the very first time anybody had said anything to me, the cashier says, "I absolutely love your hair." So everybody responds to that type of a comment differently. And there isn't a right answer. There isn't a wrong answer. The right answer is whatever you feel comfortable with. You don't owe an explanation to anybody, right? My personal choice was to be very upfront about it. But that's what I was comfortable with. So I literally did this, guys. Like, the cashier says, "Your hair's so beautiful." And I said, "Thanks, it's a wig. See, you can have it too." She about died, right? She about died. But she's like, "Well, if you hadn't have done that, I wouldn't have had any clue that you were wearing a wig, and it is absolutely beautiful." My point in sharing that experience with you is hopefully my experience will give you the confidence that, number one, Somebody else told me this early on in my journey and it helped me. So I hope this helps you too. Nobody is looking at you as much as you think they are. Don't take offense. It's just everybody is so busy going about their day and living their life that nobody is paying attention to your hair as much as you think they are, right? So go out there, try to enjoy it. Allow yourself some grace and some time to adjust because it does take some time adjusting. All right. What other questions? Oh, thank you. You think bangs suit me. I love this piece. Holy heck. What did I say it was? McQueen. Guys, if you love a bang, or if you love a bang, if you love a lightweight bob with bangs, McQueen, I would absolutely put McQueen on your list. Okay. So I end up talking too much, guys. I have two more. Okay. This is Hudson in Toasted Walnut R. Hudson in Toasted Walnut R. If you're just joining and you want the links to anything that I'm showing here today, just comment the word link or links. Okay, so if you liked, I think this is how this is going to play out. If you liked McQueen, but you want something a little bit longer, then check out this one. Check out Hudson. And like I said, this is the color Toasted Walnut R. One of my favorite BelleTress Luxe Collection colors. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so let's pop this on. I don't know if this one this one I don't think even has bangs. So this one is a little bit longer? It's a little bit more one length than McQueen was. Oh, this is beautiful, guys. This is really pretty. And you see there's enough, so there isn't bangs on this, ladies. Hudson, there's no bangs. There is a long layers along the front. So I'm guessing that these layers are 7.5 inches at the front, given that my face is 7 inches. This is a really great style. Hudson, let me check stock. Okay, stock is good on Hudson. Yay! All right, stock is good on Hudson. Let me show you the side. This, I haven't even broken, did I break it? No. Okay, we're just gonna leave it because it looks good like this. I could break the zigzag part, but from a timing perspective, I'm not going to. There's the back of Hudson. And that's my right side. I need to put a comb through it. Hold on. Let's see. What do you guys think of Hudson? I think this is a great alternative if you're a no bang girl. This is pretty. I like the way those layers are falling. I think it's really pretty. And then the tuck test, you could absolutely tuck this piece. Now, obviously on the side that you have the wig parted, like this, for example, I have it parted on the left-hand side right now. It's going to be easier to tuck on the parted side than the other. And here's another tip for you. I typically don't do this when I tuck my wigs. And this is why. You see it lifts up a little bit? Okay. So if you get in the habit of, I take my finger and I leave the smallest little amount out like that. Just looks more natural. Here's another tip for you about if you still have bio hair, and if your hair is close enough in color, we're going to test it out on mine and see. I don't know how good this is going to look to do this trick. If my hair was closer to this wig color, this is going to make more sense. But one of the things that you can do is take that rat tail comb and take the smallest amount of hair out, and then take the hair and incorporate it into the side of the wig. That really helps with the hairline too, especially if you're a tucker. Okay, so inside tip, that's one way to make the side of the wig look incredibly natural as well. Yes, Summer Shandy 1, if you're unable to stay for the whole thing, I only have one more left, but I will absolutely be posting this on my page for those of you that could not stay for the whole thing. which I totally understand. Okay, last one, ladies. If you haven't already, drop the word link in the comments. This is Caroline in Sunkissed Almond R. All right, hold on. Hold on. All right, so this one has some, I have tried this. I said that all 8 of these I've not shown you. I have shown you this. So this is a duplicate. You may not have seen it. And then, let me just check. And there is great stock on Caroline. So if you like Caroline, the stock is really good. I just checked my sheet, okay? This one has very tight curls. Do you see this is weird? When it first comes to you, it's like it's within these curls, that stuffing, and I think it's to help protect the curls on its way to you. So do you see how kind of tight and defined? Yeah, maybe that's the word I was looking for. Tight and defined these waves are. It's got sort of like Farrah Fawcett curls that are coming around the edge. You can soften that simply with your fingers. So let me show you. Let me show you what this looks like. So when it comes to, it's almost parted on the left-hand side, but because of that full monofilament top, you can part it wherever you wish. Okay. Okay, so I remember this when I first, this is like Farrah Fawcett hair to me. I did have this one before. I am right. It was a duplicate. Okay. I'm going to take the water because I want to show you guys this. I'm going to show you how it looks different once you run your fingers through these waves. So I'm just parting it. So once you part it, if you find that the hair wants to go, do you see that? I'm trying to take this piece here and I'm trying to move it over to this side and watch. It kind of wants to go back. First, before you see, it just did. Before you go and apply heat, just use your fingers to try to redirect the fibers, okay? So I just get my fingers in there and then sort of comb it back and away from your face if that's the direction that you want it to go. If you still do that and it's falling forward, or if the parting space isn't sitting exactly where you want it to go, then just use the heat of your hair dryer. Do you see this piece? You see this piece? It was, when it came in the zigzag, it was over in this direction. That's why it's wanting to go back there. I can easily train it on this side, but I'm probably gonna need a little bit of heat. Okay, so, pardon me, straight out of the box, other than what you just saw me do. If you want to soften these waves, just take your wide tooth comb, start at the bottom, and move your way up. And what you'll notice with a piece that's, you know, got considerable amount of length, once you brush it out, it's going to look quite a bit longer. Now, let's say you brush it out and you're like, well, I kind of preferred it with those more defined waves. I'll show you how to get it back. And it's super easy. This is one of the beautiful parts about a synthetic fiber wig, is that even after I wash this, it's returning to this style, okay? It's going to return to whatever I last heat styled it as. So what I mean by that is if I was to take this wig and use my flat iron and I straighten this all out and then I wash it, it's going to return after washing, it's going to dry in that straightened position because that was the last style that I baked into these fibers. Does that make sense? So if I don't straighten this and I wash this and I let this dry, it's going to return and dry with those curls and waves that it came in. Okay, so I softened the waves, right? Let's say I do this and I'm like, I kind of liked it before better. Take your water bottle. Now this is gonna take a minute for it to sort of dry, but you can get it to go back to the original wave pattern that was baked into it, okay? So that's kind of the beauty of synthetic fibers. Look, very quickly, it's sort of going back to how it was. This piece is still, maybe just needs a little bit more water here. Hold on. And so there you go. Okay, let me show you the sides. What did I say this is called? Caroline. Stock is good on Caroline, and this is Sun-Kissed Almond Blonde R. Yeah. Okay, the back. And then my right-hand side. So this one is pretty. This one is definitely, you know, it's not necessarily my personal style, but I think that the wig itself, the layers and the waves are really, really beautiful. Let me just see. I want to get that piece back to where I want it to go. There we go. All right, let me just see if there are any other questions. Looks real. Can you do half up with that? You can do see more. You can do a half up with any of the pieces that I showed here today, because it is, let me show you. Because it's 100% hand tied, you don't see any wefting. So let's say I was pulling up half of my hair and putting it up like this and styling it. You're not going to see any of the wefting because it doesn't exist, right? So 100% hand tied cap is a great cap feature for those of you that like to wear your hair half up, half down, or in updos, all right? It's so beautiful, yeah. Love the bangs, but maybe shorter style like the first one. Yeah, you know what I love about these 8 that I showed you? So these are just additions to BelleTress's already incredible Luxe collection of wigs. Like, this is not it in the Luxe collection of wigs. These are their most recent. Is that within these 8, there was a lot of variety, right? Bangs, no bangs, curls, straight. Like, I love it. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Like I said, if you haven't dropped the word link in the comments, go ahead, do that. I'll send you links to everything we talked about. Okay? See you, everybody.